Hi, it's Aaron from the MindBody Project. Welcome back. Thanks for following me and liking and subscribing. And just remember the Turn Depression into Happiness 8-week course. That's available for you, live course. That's coming on the 4th of October in Nottingham. And then you've got the Turn Anxiety into Confidence course, and that's a 4-week course, and that's in Nottingham, and that's the 6th of November. And then you've got the NLP Nuco Games course, and that's coming October the 13th in Nottingham. Okay, so we're going to continue on with NLP, so questions on that, just to get some clarity on what it is, because I talk about it quite a lot of the time. So let's just go on. So this is number 8. What is better for you, NLP or counselling? When I first started studying, because I did therapy to start with, I did some counselling modules, I did advanced motivational interviewing, brief solutions focused therapy, and as I said, I enjoyed all of that as well. I enjoyed that. I think there's some vital skills there doing those things. I think it's something, a skill that I still use today, and it helped me when I did my NLP training, some of the skills there as well. It made me, as I said, because I got really conditioned into things doing that. So it really helped me do my NLP and do that better, and hypnosis and all that as well. But what I noticed was that there were people fighting. There were some NLP people saying, "No, you can't use this, you can't do this, this is bad." And then you had CBT people going, "Ah, that's not scientific." And then you had the psychologists going, "Ah, you can't do that." And then you had the Freudians going after, "Hey, you have to do it this way." And then you had the Jungians going, "Hey, you have to do it this way." And then you had other people doing things as well. And it was like, oh my, do you know what? I'm going to do it all. I'm going to learn, I'm going to practice what you're all doing, and then come up with what I think. So the way that I look at things now, and this is me after a lot of experience, is that you've got excellence up here, and I use this a lot. I use this graph a lot because I believe that everybody is on this, by the way. So excellence is here. Dysfunction is here, right at this end of the scale. I believe everybody is on this scale. You've got average people here. And then you've got average of the average. Yeah, which is basically the best that a scientific study is probably going to get in terms of behaviour. They say excellence, National Institute of Clinical Excellence, but if you take random people, which is average people, and take the average of those people, then it's average of the average. Yeah, so that's how I get to this. Now, where I see counselling, for example, now I've worked in secondary care, so I know what it's like in secondary care, and then I've worked with coaching, so I've worked quite a broad spectrum. And where I see counselling, let's say, right, average of the average, this is the best that, like, let's say the services are going to get us, this is the sort of government services going to get us, is there. That's the best that we're going to get here. So if you're not as low as here, if you're in this part, and you may have come across this, where you're struggling, you go for some help and they go, "You're not bad enough yet." It means that what they've done is they've basically said, we're targeting people who are really, really bad because we haven't got enough resources in the NHS and healthcare and the voluntary sector for mental health. It's being cut, yeah, which is a problem, which is a big problem. So they're saying that you have to be really bad now to actually get help. So if you're above this line, then they're not going to help you, yeah. If you're below this line, then you're going to get some help. That means you're doing bad. But if you're right down here, this is where I say, because I say drugs, why are you using drugs? You shouldn't be using drugs. But in extreme cases, I've seen, and as I said, and there's no other option, especially in secondary care cases, there's no other option, and they need that. Yeah, that's where the drugs will come in here. So medication, to like calm someone down. Yeah, so that's where those can come in. Now, around about here, I say, this is where really the NHS are going to help you. They're going to help you around here, between here and here. And what they would do in this area, you're going to be using CBT and psychology. And sometimes psychotherapy. And then in this area, down here, you're going to be using psychiatrists. And psychologists, especially clinical psychologists. And psychotherapists. And counselling. Yeah, and also counselling can be used here as well, counselling. See, the way that I do it is I value, now I've seen the actual, how people can get, then these, when it gets to this low, when people get to secondary care, it gets to a stage where you have to sit there and go, is this person a danger to themselves or to others? And this is what these guys have to sign off on. Yeah, this is where this becomes a problem. So that is why these, even though up here I wouldn't say these are the best people to see, but these down here, when they're working for down here, these are where they have to do this, because this is the law. It's a mental health act. So they're going to have to judge, and people can get sectioned around here. That's why it's dangerous around here. Yeah, that's why you won't see, I wouldn't work with anyone in secondary care, although I have done, just to see if the techniques work, so that personality disorders and things, and challenging behaviours, and the techniques work fine. But the thing is, there's a law there, and you have to be careful. So it's not worth even going there, to be honest with you. That's why I wouldn't say NLP, although you can do it, and you can get really good results as well, because of just people, but it's just where the law comes in, and then it's just like you're just making sure you're covering yourself, really. Right, so that's really, so really bad, then it's like you're going to use psychiatrists, you're going to be involved, and then you've got the psychologists, psychotherapists, counsellors, and then when the NHS is going to use CBT, and it's going to use self-help groups as well, but once they're dealt with, once you get to here above the average of the average, the best that the NHS is going to get, and the voluntary service is going to get, in my opinion anyway, then all of this area, it's going to be NLP, coaching, hypnosis, complementary therapies, new code stuff, because, and this is why they should work together. Work together, people, because don't start hammering each other and having fights, because what's going to happen if these people, the CBT and all that, they can't deal with the relapses. They can't deal with the relapses. The reason why they can't deal with the relapses is because once how you're motivated is you're going away from pain. You're going away from pain, yeah? But once you get enough far away from pain, you need to turn their head around and aim them towards pleasure. They have to then do things that are going to improve their life. They've got to visualize and see themselves going somewhere, moving forwards. If you leave them here, so they go far enough away, they're still facing that. They're still focused on pain. If you're focused on pain, you head towards pain. So that is why they have so much trouble with relapse, because they're not engaging with the coaching and the hypnosis and all those type of things as well. It's not then turned around into a positivity. It's not then, you're not going after things. You want to be going after and training the brain to feel good. Feeling good is good. Focus on this. How are you going to improve your life? It's improvement. What's holding you back? Let's remove this negative emotion. Okay, let's move forwards. It's about going forwards. Constant and never-ending improvement. Because what you want to do is you want to get them to move up here. Constantly. Every day. A little bit every day. At the moment, you get to here and then they just stop. And that's a problem. And that's why there seems to be an issue. So the way that I look at NLP and counselling is that they're used differently for different things. If it's something that's going on right now, and it's a traumatic event, then you want to use counselling for right now, because it's happening right now. There are things going on, and sometimes you just need to talk out and reflect what's going on in your head. Yeah, so that's counselling. So you do that for that. If it's something that's happened a couple of years ago, then you want to be I would be using NLP for that. Yeah, because essentially, if it's happening now, then it's happening now. If it's not, if it's 2 years ago, then you're dealing with a memory. And what do we say about the timeline stuff? Yeah, if you just go back, you can release the negative emotion. You can take your unconscious learnings. That's the only way that you're going to get past this. Yeah, because it releases it. Once the unconscious mind's learned, you can save the behaviours, take all the learnings so you can use them in the future. So they'll be there, all the learnings that you have. But whilst there's still a trauma there, you haven't taken your learnings. Okay, so I hope that clears that up.